How's it going, everybody? I'm Lewis and we've got a new developer blog from the old school RuneScape team. This is Deadman mode, Survival PvP. So Deadman mode is designed to be a high risk and high reward gaming mode where your survival is based on how honourable you are in an environment which encourages dishonour. They saw how popular Iron Man was, and Deadman mode will give us another unique but more deadly way to play old school. We'll be able to create accounts on dedicated Deadman mode servers, and the experience of dread you feel when you first enter the wilderness will be everywhere. You'll be able to attack any player you meet anywhere. However, if you get skulled, you won't be able to enter a safe zone without being killed by the guards until the skull has gone. Mind you, if you kill the player, you'll get to raid his bank. So is the reward worth that risk? And what happens if he kills you? If he kills you, then he can raid your bank and you'll lose half your XP. That's a tough decision. Of course, you could just stay in a safe zone and level up, but the best training locations aren't going to be in a safe zone. Going down, we can see the world map. So as a quick overview, it's the towns, cities and villages. As we have a look closer, it's generally just the sort of built up areas with guards and banks. Interesting to note that Tutorial Island isn't a safe area. However, I assume they'll actually make it completely safe, or there just won't be a tutorial for us. So the way it's structured means that if you want to do some serious training, you will have to leave these zones. However, I think there are still some places and skills that you'll be able to just do in these safe zones. For example, agility, because the entire tree gnome stronghold and all the rooftop agility areas are safe. However, agility isn't a really high reward skill compared to, say, something like Slayer, where you'll have to go around the world fighting your tasks. And that's where Deadman mode's going to become really cool, because if you go into a dungeon and you're trying to fight one creature, will another player come and attack you? Or will you just have a nice, safe journey? Moving on to the game mode rules. So, PvP will be enabled everywhere on the map. The safe zones will be created in cities and villages, so any player who enters these safe zones when skulled will be attacked by high level guards, and they will kill you. When you die, you will lose 50% of your experience. However, you can protect up to 5 skills at a time, so you don't lose any XP in those skills. When you're killed by a player, they'll be able to raid your bank for 1 inventory worth of items. You'll be able to insure your items so they can't be raided. However, if you die when wearing them, they'll be automatically dropped to the floor. And you will receive 5 times the XP you normally would. Deadman mode will have its own high scores, so you can see how good you are. Don't forget though, that you can go down the high scores as well as up them. You'll be able to track the total amount of times you've been killed, how many people you have killed, and the highest score you've reached. This game mode takes old school to a darker level, where you can't trust anyone, and your best friend can become your enemy at a moment's notice. So the next step for us is to give them our feedback on this design, and then they can poll the update. Also, the old school team have a quick note on DDoSing. They won't be releasing Deadman mode until the improvements to their network are complete. We're all dead men walking. So, Deadman mode sounds very interesting, could be very scary if you're playing, but also very fun. I think this gameplay will be thrilling, because you're in this competitive environment that old school RuneScape provides, and you've also got the increased risk of the PvP that old school has. And it's everywhere, which is insane. I believe in my last video, I compared this to a speed round in Tribal Wars. And seeing the fact that you get 5 times the normal XP, I would definitely agree with that. It does feel like a speed round. However, because we get such a boost in XP, it's kind of nice to see that when you die you lose 50% of your XP. Somewhere in my mind is saying 50% of your XP is a huge amount, and I kind of want the previous suggestion of you just lose 5 levels in each skill. However, I think with the skill protection of up to 5 skills, then I think it's less of an issue. And in fact, I think there could be some interesting Deadman mode builds, because players could do, say, for example, Monkey Madness, get the D-Skim, go do the defense training, and then lose it all by dying a bunch of times, and they could be some kind of pure with this D-Skim going to a patrol a lot. One thing I feel is a little ambiguous is the fact that there's the safe zones. In my mind, I'm thinking the safe zones similar to on the PvP worlds, where you can't be attacked by other players. However, they've not said that the safe zones are somewhere where you can't be attacked. And in fact, they've stated multiple times that you can be attacked everywhere. So I think the safe zones aren't really safe, it's just the fact that there are high level guards that will be in place and they will kill anyone that gets a skull. I've got a feeling that those high level guards are going to be very strong, they're going to swarm on anyone with a skull, and that player is going to probably die very quickly. However, it'll be interesting to see if players could kill those guards, and if those guards drop something nice. So like I said, it's a very interesting idea. The one thing that I'm kind of worried about is the fact that it will probably take away players from old school. It definitely will feel a lot more private servery because it's got this custom game mode on top of old school, and it'll have rules such as 5 times more XP, which is something that's kind of common on private servers. I don't know if this is going to pass, however it's an interesting idea, and if they implement it correctly, could be really fun. If you've got any ideas on Deadman mode, make sure you get them to the old school RuneScape team, via the forums, maybe Reddit or Twitter. If you want to discuss Deadman mode with me, please leave me a comment. I'd love to hear if you like it, if you dislike it, and what you would do to change it. If you want to watch the latest update to old school RuneScape, please click here for Clue Scroll Step Counter. And if you want to know what's happening in July, please click here for the month ahead post. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and share, and if you want to keep up to date with the old school RuneScape updates, devs, vlogs and polls, please subscribe. I've been Lewis, thanks for watching, goodbye.